This morning, I heard a really interesting case. Did you know that 2/3 of women in committed relationships don't completely trust their partners? Well, the couple I had in court today didn't trust each other and thought they could prove their point in my court.
Divorce court is now in session.
Mr. and Mrs. Jinnies, you have been married for how long?
A year and 8 months.
A year and 8 months. And you in divorce court already.
Yes.
So we're going to try to work through it here a little bit. I'm going to start out with you, Mrs. Jenny. You said you should have listened to him when he told you at the beginning of your relationship that he always has a backup plan or a plan B, and that you believe that he has a couple of plan Bs that he's seeing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain that to me.
Well, can I start off by saying I love my husband. I really do love him. But we met on a dating site. I was scrolling down, looking at other profiles, and I came to his profile, and I looked at his profile, read through it, and liked his pictures and everything. And what got me, he said, what makes me different from what set me aside from other men is I don't make the same mistake twice.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, you know, that's what got me. And I
Really?
Yeah.
What did you find compelling about that?
I don't know. It just, for him to say that, it's like I wanted to see why he said that. I wanted to just basically see what was the reason for you saying that. Like, what makes you different? You know.
In my neck of the woods, that's called common sense. Not making the same mistake twice. But maybe you guys live elsewhere. I don't know. But, Mr. Jennings, what was your initial attraction to Mrs. Jennings?
Well, you know what? Her pictures. I mean, her pictures. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. But the one that really attracted me to her was the conversations we had. You know, and I think that's because I done been on the site and I done talked to quite a few females, on there. But
well, what did she say that you found compelling?
Just, she didn't ask me, as far as, like, when we talked, it wasn't what I had or what I didn't have. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it wasn't, like, on any type of material type of things.
Not about the bling and the purse and what I drive, this, that, and the other thing.
And
she was
like
talking.
That. Yes, and I like that. I like that about her. And, the conversations, it was never boring. It was, we always had something to talk about. And, that's one thing that, like I said, I fell in,
Well, let me ask you this, Mrs. Jennings. It sounds all wonderful in the beginning, which it typically is. Oh, yeah. But you say that he cheats on you whenever he's unhappy.
Yeah, whenever.
Explain that to me.
Whenever we get in an argument or, whatever happens, he runs back to social media and connects back with his old exes.
Mr. Jennings, is any of that true?
I mean, not all the time. Now, have I done that? You know what I mean? Now, have I done that before? I have, but I don't do it all the time.
Let me say this to you. A man who keeps running back to women that he's already been with and didn't work out does make the same mistake more than once. You know what I mean? He makes them a lot.
Yeah.
So that's just something he said. That's not what he practices.
I know that now.
Now, let me ask you this. And that goes in with the plan B part. Are you looking to work out your relationship with your wife, or are you just looking to be happy in the moment?
See, right now, Your Honor, I love my wife. I want, I'm really trying to work out my marriage, with her. I still walk around in your house, with my ring on. Yes, I've messed up.
I still walk around the house with my ring on.
You know what I mean?
Like he's doing something, you know what I mean?
But not outside,
we
just
still got
inside.
that ring on.
Well, he's saying that because I don't have on mine right now.
Because she don't wear hers.
That's why he's saying that. But I don't wear mine.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It just, I want to work my marriage out.
Have you cheated on her since you've been married? Have you had a sexual relationship with another woman?
Honestly, since we've been married?
Yes.
No. Now, have I talked to a female and went out, as far as to lunch or, things like that? But as far as the sexual relationship, no, I haven't. Man, I have not.
And the things that you were doing and saying with these women when you went out to lunch because you were angry, would you have done them in the presence of your wife?
Probably not. Man,
Disrespect. Let me explain something about cheating to women. What really gets us is the emotional connection more than the sex. You know, the sex, you know, all right, yeah. But that you're giving your heart, your love, your mind, you're talking to a woman other than me about what your deepest and darkest desires are. That is monstrously disrespectful to us, frightening and destabilizing. You got that part?
I do.
Just because it's not, you know, doing the mad fantastic doesn't mean that you're not doing a bad thing.
But a lot of the times, like when I did go and cheat, it was more of just a physical thing. You know, it wasn't nothing that I was putting, you know, that I was telling her I love her or, you know, I want to be with her or.
You were just having sex with her.
I was just, I mean, just to have fun. You know, like. But, you know, I wasn't never going to leave my wife as far as, you know what I mean, when the females that I was talking to. You know, 'cause I wasn't. Like, I don't know what that means.
When I got married, they had this little phrase in there, keeping only unto you, forsaking all others. Did you say anything like that to her?
Yes.
Did it mean anything to you?
Yes, it meant, you know what I mean? It did. That's why I haven't had no, you know, as far as relations with a woman since we've been married, I haven't. You know, that's why I'm kind of, you know what I mean, you know, right now, because...
Well, Mr. Jinnies, you claim you're not the only one that has tiptoed out of the relationship. You believe your wife has done so as well. Is that
I mean,
true?
she's done it right now. I mean,
What is she doing right now?
Okay, now I understand she was hurt. You know what I mean? At that time, I understand that, and I'm feeling it now. But you know what I mean? She's went out. You know what I mean? When she found out about the call, you know what I mean? She called the girl. She went and started doing her thing. Now there was somebody. You know what I mean? There's a guy that she's talking to right now, which. You know what I mean? She's been, you know, having sex with, you know what I mean, and everything else.
Now, Ms. Jinnies, have you been having sex with some other guy since you found out that he went out to lunch with some other woman?
Yeah.
It wasn't just lunch. And yes, when I found the phone, and I was tired, I was done with him at that point. You know, I was
So
like,
you went out and had sex with somebody else?
I went out and met somebody else, and I started talking and dealing with somebody else. He made me the way that I am, Your Honor. Like
I can't make you like,
He
nah.
gives me my attitude. He really literally makes me have the attitude that I have with him.
Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as getting a divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Mr. Jinnies, you say that your wife has actually told you that she has no flaws and that she believes she is the queen and you are not to say no in her presence.
Oh, man.
Explain that to me.
Man. You know, this woman right here, you know, I don't know, you know what I mean? Sometimes I don't know if she's telling the truth or if she's just kind of like just being funny with it because, you know, she really, you know, to me, I really feel like she really acts like that, you know what I mean? Or
Give
feels
me an
like
example of some outrageously regal behavior she's displayed.
You know, when I usually tell her no on something, she gets mad, you know, she won't talk to me, have a little attitude, or she'll either go to the point of, you know, if I have to, you know, it's something I need to do, you know, she'll actually go to the point where, you know, as far as what, go find some, you know, maybe some, you know, how to go do it yourself, or go, you know, figure out, I mean, how you gonna get there, or whatever, you know, because I told her no on something that I, you know.
So she's not gonna help you at all because
I told her
you told her no. Now, Ms. Jinnies, do you believe that you have flaws, or is that
He made me the way that I am, Your Honor. Like
I can't make you like,
He gives me my attitude. He really literally makes me have the attitude that I have with him.
Now, what is your attitude?
Like, I don't care what he say. Like,
you don't care what he says?
No.
You don't listen to him?
No.
You don't take his opinion into account?
Sometimes I do, depend on what it is.
Like if he agrees with you, you'll take it into account, but otherwise, you're not listening.
No.
How did he make you that way? What did he do?
Because from the beginning, it's been basically like I've been dealing with his cheating. Like I've been dealing with it. So
How long did you date him before you married?
We were together. We've been together for almost 4 years, married for 2 years. So we've been dating for about 2 years.
Now, when you dated, Did you see any of the cheating? Did you see any of the running around?
No. But when we first decided to meet off the little dating site, after we talked on the phone, he stood me up. So after that, I was like, I'm not dealing with him no more. I deleted his number and everything. And then he called me back, and then he wheeled me back in. And then, you know, we spent 4th of July together at one of my family little barbecues.
Let me say this to Mrs. Jennings. You need to raise your bar of acceptable behavior. Because if a line like, I don't make the same mistake twice gets you, you know, he can reel you back in with the early bird gets the worm, and you're back with it.
Yeah.
That wasn't terribly deep.
Yeah.
And nor was it true.
Exactly.
You know, you need to raise your expectations just a wee taste.
But see, I'm very independent, you know, and I don't depend. I love him, but I don't need him. You know, like I don't depend on, not like that, not like that, but I don't depend on him. Like I'm just used to doing stuff for myself.
What did you get married for?
Because I loved him.
You can love somebody. You don't have to marry him. What was the point of saying I do to him?
Well, he's good with my kids, you know. Even
How many kids you got?
3. Even when he was out doing his thing, he still made sure we was okay. He still made sure the household was okay. So, you know, he's not all bad. You know, he takes care of his household. He even takes care of me. Even when we're mad at each other, he still do for me. It's just me. If we mad, I'm not finna do that. Like, no, I'm not finna do anything for you.
You know, I gave you people a compatibility test because I knew it was going to come out here and be a hot mess. And your compatibility test was as crazy as y'all are. Do you think Jennifer was right to cheat on Tony? Call now to vote. 855-70-DIVORCE. That's 855-70-DIVORCE. You'll receive some exclusive offers. If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Ms. Jinnies, I want you to take all of your effort and might and ability and stay on topic with me for this next few minutes, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to ask you about Mr. Jinnies drinking. You seem to be concerned about it. Tell me how much he drinks and why you're so concerned.
When we first moved in together, it became a problem. We lived in California City.
Would your kids be there?
Yeah, they'll be there.
Yeah, but when I did drink, you know, I used to tell her all the time, Jennifer, leave me alone, man. Leave me alone when I'm drinking right now. This woman right here, she wouldn't do it. She always up in my ear about some, you know what I mean, something, just saying, just off the wall type of stuff. Man, like, well, why you drink, why you need, you know what I mean? Like, please, Jennifer, baby, leave me alone.
So how long did you date before you moved in together?
I met him in the beginning of 2010. We moved in together the end of 2011 in September. So about a year and like 9 months or
Was
so.
he drinking during that year and a half?
Not that I knew of, because we was just dating. Like we never spent the night. We never did none of that. It didn't come out. I didn't know until he moved in.
Yeah, I was living in Inglewood.
You know, I gave you people a compatibility test because I knew it was going to come out here and be a hot mess. I knew that you were going to say things to me that I didn't understand. I knew that the stories were all going to be crazy. And your compatibility test was as crazy as y'all are.
Oh, my God.
You said, I have lied and I have cheated. That's what you say is wrong with you.
Because I can't say it.
That pretty much sums it
That
up.
pretty much sums, you know what I mean, as far as me.
You said you don't even take him seriously.
No.
And you have a bad attitude, you're childish, and you overanalyze everything.
Mm-hmm. I analyze everything. Whatever.
You didn't analyze him very well.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, now. But he's a good guy. He just got his flaws like everybody else, you know. But yeah, I analyze everything. You know, everything he tell me, if it don't sound right to me, I'm questioning it.
I think you don't understand what the word analyze means. I think you're just poking holes in the brother, but you're not really thinking about anything. Or if it doesn't sit well with you, you're gonna dap.
And that's what she does.
All the time.
I do that
Yes, you do.
sometimes.
Yeah. How old are you?
Me, 35.
How old are you?
33.
Why do you want a divorce?
Because I'm tired. I'm tired.
Do you want a divorce?
I don't want one. You know what I mean? I don't want one because we play tit for tat.
Yeah.
I mean, we play tit for tat with each other. You know, and like this last time, okay, you found something out, you know what I mean, and you went and, you know, did your thing. And, you know, but I'm just...
I got it.
I mean, it's the tit for tat. Like,
I got
when
it.
we gonna stop?
I'm gonna say a few things, and then I'm gonna run. In divorce court, people tell me the most intimate details of their lives. Join the conversation and share your experience on our Twitter page @Divorce Court and on our Facebook page. See how fans deal with their own relationships. The discussion can get heated. Don't miss it. I see this in here a lot. Two relatively decent people. You know what I mean? Not bad people, not evil people, not people without a conscience, but people without direction. You're like a little piece of paper on the Colorado River. You're just kind of riding along and you bang into this and you bang into that. He does something wrong, you go do a similar wrong. You know, you don't have any direction, you don't have any purpose, you don't have any moral compass. You just kind of got married and then things happen to you. And then you go under, then you paddle back up and you did this. You can't be married unless you're going to be an adult. Yeah. And you can't be an adult unless you're willing to discuss what's wrong with your marriage. Mm-hmm. The problem is when she annoys you, you don't go talk to another woman. You talk to this woman. And when she talks to you, you need to speak with him. Don't speak at him. Don't holler at him. Don't fuss at him. You need to hear and understand what he's telling you, why he's telling it to you, and let him know that you heard him, and let him know that you understand him, and then put your point of view out there. You guys are resolving things like you would in a schoolyard. You know what I mean? Well, Johnny don't want to play by my rules. I'm gonna take my football and go home. I'm gonna take my little jaunty behind out there and take some other chick to lunch because she says something I didn't like. Mm-hmm. You know, that's just silly. And can I say this? When you raise children in a disassembled household where people are drunk and calling other people out of their names, when they're running around with other people and everybody's angry and upset, you don't give your children not a shot at being sane because they don't know how to solve a problem. Yeah. They don't know how to resolve a dispute. They don't know how to have a conversation. They don't know what a discussion is. All they know is people running around drunk, fussing and hollering. You know, woo! We got enough trouble out here already, right? We got a whole generation of people who cannot not get what they want without wanting to shoot somebody. Mm-hmm. You know, we have a whole generation of people who can't be disappointed or unhappy and not act out. Mm-hmm. Every time you're disappointed or unhappy with each other, you act out. Mm-hmm. And you're teaching your children to do the same. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We're going to be a nation where frustration and a firearm is going to take us all out because nobody has enough stability and emotional sense and maturity to say, hey, wait a minute, this doesn't work, let me work it out. Might I ask for you to do that? I mean, Rick, you're not bad people. I think you're probably fun at a party. I might even invite you. I'd have the police standing by, but I might let you come over. But you listening to me?
Yeah.
You got kids, you love her kids, you act like you got some sense. Next time something comes up, you two sit down like you have some sense and work it out. You understand what I'm telling you? Yeah. This matter is adjourned. Jennifer and Tony ended up living a messy life because they would feel and then they would do. they feel bad and they would do something to make them feel better. If you don't want to live a messy life, what you need to do is feel, throw a think in there somewhere, and then do.